This is the Boxford CAD-CAM machine I got from school when I retired. It's very good for use as a lathe or a mill. Here it is being used as a lathe just to make a little bored out part that becomes a tube. What I hadn't realised was it's only really meant for soft materials. So, as I've just said, I got a CAD-CAM lathe from school as a retirement present. They were throwing them away. It came with various cutting tools. So there are a threading tool, cutting tool, parting off tool. What I hadn't realised was that they should only have been used on soft materials. So over time this is worn, and because I've been using it with mild steel, it's taken the end off the tip. When researching the cutting tools, I found that Boxford use, it's not quite their own, it is a commercially available one. It's just a commercially available one that nobody actually makes available, so you can't buy them. I have contacted Boxford to see if they provide me with any, but I haven't heard anything. Maybe they'll come back to me, maybe they won't. So I then did some research and I found the specifications for the cutting tools and can't find any. So with some further research, I've ended up with the cutting tool now, and weirdly, although this says NC3030, which implies it is a 3mm wide cutting tool, it's a 2mm. The Boxford is 1.6, so not too much difference, and they're double-ended, so if I screw up one end I've still got the other end. And I found on eBay they have to be left-hand cutting tools, not right-hand cutting tools. The lathe turns clockwise and cuts against them, so you're not standing with the tool here cutting into it, you're looking away from it. I found this tool, which has a 10mm by 10mm shank like the standard ones. However, it was quite a bit longer, and the cutting tool is held in place with an Allen key that squeezes down on this sprung bit here. The base of it actually went back quite a bit further, and I've had to cut, grind, file that away so I can fit it in. I've been unable to use the front clamps, so I'm relying on the back clamp to hold it in place. The test piece I used on some plastic seemed to work okay. I will test on aluminium and see if it works okay. But as I said, once I got the offsets cut set, I did a test piece and it seemed to cut okay. Well, this is a very much sped up version of the test piece. It's just a little bit of cutting and then a test of the parting off tool. It's nylon material, so relatively soft. I've just moved out of the way just in case anything flies off because I haven't got the guard down. And this is my little test piece. So it's faced off okay. 5 and 2mm, that measures okay. Need to double check that. And then there's a little clip. I think that's because it's a soft material, but you can see the facing off is nice and smooth, and then once it's got to a certain diameter it's just pinged off rather than that. So, a success.